I'm James Quirk, reporting for Inkish at LabelExpo Americas 2024. We're here at the BOBST booth, and I'm talking to Patrick Graber, who's the head of marketing and products at BOBST. Patrick, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I'm interested, first of all, to ask you a little bit about what you see as the kind of unique qualities of BOBST technology, whether it be in flexo or in digital. What do you think is the kind of unique advantage, selling point that you can offer the market?
First of all, as a unique selling point, I would say that we are not specialized in digital or in flexo. You know that we cover a whole portfolio, so we develop flexo as well as converting, quality control, die cutting, and the digital print engine in-house. So we offer to the customers a kind of a one-stop shop where they go to, and a whole or a complete product portfolio from ultra short runs to long runs. The different technologies, different processes, what you want to integrate. And our focus there is especially from the PDF to ready to ship labels. You produce or all like a label in one single step with all the different processes in line. And this is one of our unique features. And as you rightfully mentioned, we have the different technologies. So on what we lately launched on the Digital Master Series, we have the BOBST AccuCheck, which now does color densities, fully automated. So it's a new technology developed in-house, and we can run in 5 minutes all the setup of the classes and the densities across the web, which was a very manual process before. And then another value proposition is definitely, or a unique selling point, the interconnection between all the modules into a single workflow or closed workflow, thanks also to BOBST Connect.
So what has been the challenge for BOBST as a technology developer to, as you say, less focused on a specific product line and more on the integration of all the different technology, the whole ecosystem? Exactly. From a development point of view, what are the technical challenges behind integrating all of that different technology into one kind of ecosystem for your customer?
That's a good question. So, because we don't focus on hardware, it's less of a problem because everybody can develop hardware. It's how the hardware talks to each other about the process. And this is our main focus, as you might have already known. Our guiding principle in the development of every single product and in every single solution what we're doing are 3. Mainly, we focus on the ease of use. So we make our presses very simple to use, where the operators require very few training and they get qualitative output at the end of the process. Then color consistency, and this mainly because we don't have only one technology in-house. We have in narrow midweb or in label printing, we have inline flexo, we have digital printing, but then in the rest of BOBST, we have also CI flexo and gravure. And we want that the color output across all the different printing technologies and different applications, it's the same. And this is one of our challenges we are trying to address.
So we're not talking about color consistency and integration only within, a flexo press, a narrow web flexo press and a narrow web digital press, but even beyond that into other sectors that BOBST serves as well.
Exactly. And not only color consistency between technologies for the same application, but also between technologies and different applications, because on our wider web flexo presses, we have shrink sleeves, flexible packaging, whereas on the narrow web or on the digital presses, we focus on pressure-sensitive labels. And as brands have one brand color, we should be able to achieve these brand colors on different technologies and different applications.
So what would you who is the perfect BOBST customer? I imagine it's a converter that can almost print any different type of product for a brand owner, whether it be a label, whether it be flexible packaging, whether it be even wider web products as well.
Exactly, but you cannot find, or it's very rare to find all-in-one, let's say. Some customers, they are focusing more on labels, others on flexible packagings. There are some that do folding carton labels or flexible packaging and labels together. But for us, It's more about how the customers are operating, because theoretically you could have a whole production floor made out of BOBST machines. And this is, in the end, if you look also at the BOBST vision, by connecting all the different production steps to BOBST Connect and centralizing information there, this is the vision. In reality, it's not like that you have a customer doing all.
Sure. But at the same time, I guess, obviously there's been a trend in recent years within the narrow web label sector for converters to be moving into things like flexible packaging. And I imagine that it must be an advantage for, let's say, someone who has a narrow web BOBST label press, if they want to move into other areas of production, other areas of, for example, flexible packaging.
Exactly.
They can kind of stay with you and you know, kind of adapt their production pretty seamlessly to be able to tackle those new sectors with your technology.
Exactly. This flexible packaging is a good example, because we see more and more our wide web flexible packaging customers interested in inline flexo for flexible packaging, especially with our M6 inline flexo press. Probably you saw it with the automatic chop change and with extended color gamut printing, where they can print, or now very profitable, short and medium runs, where digital printing for flexible packaging, it's more for prototyping and micro runs. Yeah. And the only solution which our customers now see in the market is inline flexo with extended color gamut, where you can decrease the break-even point or the crossover point dramatically.
So there's a kind of an evolution from both directions. You have the traditional narrow web label converter moving into wider web production, exactly. And you have the wider web flexible packaging company, you know, seeing the growth in sort of narrower web printing, exactly. And moving into that direction, exactly. As well.
On the other hand, as you said, we have label converters. They want to differentiate their product portfolio, or offering new applications, entering pouches, shrinks it, that kind of stuff. And then also those ones, we have a product for that, or we have a product portfolio. This is our aim, to cover the widest range of applications and technologies with one single, like with a color consistency across those, because we are BOBST and we offer a lot of different technologies.
And how do you see the evolution of the company over the next few years? What, obviously continued focus on this integration and this wide portfolio. What does the future hold? What's the next steps, do you think, for BOBST?
So the next step is definitely a strong focus on processes. As we said before, our main goal is the output, that the output of the machines are as little as possible influenced by the skills of the operator. So this is the red thread and the guiding principle we are working with. And we are, rather than focusing only on developing technologies, we want to focus on developing solutions and simplifying processes. And this is with innovations in automation, more or higher digitalization of our flexo presses, but also the incorporation of all the single elements and all the single process into one single end-to-end process, and basically increasing efficiency.
Patrick, thank you so much for your time. Hope you have a great show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.